Okay, so we are going to continue right from where we left off. What ended up happening is that internet connection in our apartment temporarily got shut down, so yeah. That made it impossible to reconnect to the stream before the issue had fixed itself. Unfortunately. But fortunately, that at least I know that it was on our end, so fair enough. Fair enough that at least it's something that fixed. Well, semi-fast, but still. So if I want to fight the boss, I should go that way. If I want to go here, I need to go here. That kills pretty much all of them, which is a good thing. No reason to waste time. Destroy the crystal, save the world. Oh, by the way, I think I will going to maintain the cats for the upcoming boss battle, which is exciting. And exciting it is for the fact that I get to get more burst counters. I mean, not burst counters only, but also hammers. I mean, this mission is quite short. And where there are two cats, there should be another one. I mean, 2 is not enough, but 3 is more than enough. Ow. That went quite far. But he's dead anyway. Yep. That's a mission for you. Another one dot in our huge list of what to do stuff. And when it comes to like getting into regions, I like to first finish side missions and then main missions. Okay. Onwards, onwards, onwards. What's the next step? What's the next mission? Oh, not you. I'm saving him, like, as a dessert for today. He is a dangerous foe, that mage. Oh. The hell? What's up with that? He's just repeating the same pattern. Oh, leaving weapon, my favorite. It's when it is ridiculously hard to do anything against the enemy that you fight against. On the other hand, come on. That was like 5 hits. Well, I was fast. That's easy. Immediately into the same place, but for the different task. Not even being slightly afraid. Not even slightly. I mean, what is there to be afraid of? Nothing. That's exactly. See, like, pretty easy, huh? It's pretty easy. I just want to get rid of everything that awaits me outside. Now let's go inside. Though it's not that we can complete everything inside. But at least we should try. Oh, come on. Stop it. I made a mistake. No. Or maybe not. like killing a champion using nothing. Nothing but attacks. Bare minimum resources. Oh, yeah. See, if using fire, she just dies really fast. Not like last time, when she almost killed me. I don't know, maybe I've expected a little bit too much. Out of this difficulty, this is why, like, it's... My expectations did not match with the reality of the game. I mean, time will tell. And by time, I mean how the gameplay is going to change when I'm going to get graces, remaining graces, like 3 of them I need. 3 or 4, I don't remember. Yep, once I will get some of those juicy damage multipliers, this is going to be GG for those poor fellas. Alright. Onwards. Going ahead and only ahead. Just don't drop down. Kind of forgot that his thing can one-shot. Sorry about that. Also, I cannot die here, right? That's good. Out of key. Probably should have comboed between various stances. Probably. Saw no reason to do it though. Because here's the thing with this game, you don't do something unless... and not only with this game. You don't do something, use something unless there is actually a reason for you to do this. Or use this. Unfortunately, as with a lot of mechanics with this game, you just don't... you don't get reasons why you would want to use it. To use whatever instrument the game has. But it is what it is. And again, nothing interesting. So we can easily just, I don't know, make offering, all of the green stuff, green and below, so that it will not going to take much space from us. I only clear those scrolls that I see if there is actually like a good stat for me to use. If in base it has something like anima charge, jutsu power, like active skill damage when I'm using physical attacks, I'm not... Don't really see the reason why, because those initial ones are going to be locked. So yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. Like, I can clear them, but I don't see a reason why. If I don't need their stats, like, I don't want to farm them for the sake of, like, getting experience. I have good amount of experience anyway. Okay, let's go.
あるいはそれこそ覇者たるゆえんかもしれぬが。しかし半兵衛も思い切ったことをする。
No. See, also because of the overabundance. Ninja quick change scrolls. The price for a mistake is basically being resurrected. So you don't necessarily die, you just revive. And that's it. But for them, if they die, they die. That's it. Well, that works. I don't know, I still like Renegade Dragon more. It's safer. Despite the fact that you have, like, you need time to cast it, and you can only, like, cancel it via using burst counter or some form of a skill, like, I still like it better than light attack from heavy stance. Heavy stance just sucks. If you want to dodge, it sucks. The range on this attack sucks. It's only good because it has, I don't know, multi-hit, and the fact that it scales well with increasing melee damage, and that's basically it. It does less damage on key than Renegade Dragon does. If you ramp up skill damage on Renegade Dragon, it outscales that auto attack. Additionally, what also was there? Yeah, if you use Renegade Dragon, at least you get some form of AoE, which you don't get with light attack. No matter how I look at it, it sucks. Like, I'm using it and it sucks. I'm using something that just blows. Startup on this attack is slow, and because it doesn't have great range, it's hard to chase targets who are preferring to backdash, aka captains from DLC number 3 and their empowered versions. They backdash like crazy. The hell, man? Come on. There were like obstacles. There are obstacles in front of him, yet still he just hits as though there is nothing that separates me and him. Yeah, pretty much the same set of enemies, with the same rarity. I think it's easier to just kill him first. Ippon Tatara is actually one of those soul core abilities that allows you to escape command grabs. I don't know if you can escape all of the command grabs, but it can escape a lot of them. That's so funny now. Ah, shoot, he is fire. I knew I forgot to kill someone. Yeah, see, like... Dude, what the hell? He's like casting 5 rat attacks, one after another. One being interrupted, he goes for another one. What a masher. Just keeps on mashing. He's like, yay! Time to play! Immediately getting shot in the head. See, I was kinda excited at first. It was, I believe, on second or third difficulty. But I actually finally I finally got to fight against champion enemies. But then as time went by, this excitement immediately flew away, and unfortunately new difficulties did not provide me with something to compensate this loss. Come to think of it, this is a serious problem. Because unfortunately, and you're going to understand this, that because only a little bit of things change, and yes, a little bits do change, but when we take a good look at things like value for the efforts that you are doing to progress between difficulties, and rewards when it comes to additional content that the game can provide. And I'm not speaking about, oh, there are like new sets and stuff. That would be like, oh, so I have to be pleasantly surprised that I mean, I have to be really excited by the fact that for the most part what changes is the gear that you can acquire. Like, that's a good thing, don't get me wrong, that's the thing that Dark Souls lacks. Unfortunately, I want to see mechanically different battles. I want to see that the enemies should surprise me with new patterns. The game should surprise me with enemies that I never have seen, not the enemies that I have seen on the first difficulties, but now they just shuffle them in only in main missions again. Tell me why only main missions get this treatment, but side missions you get to fight the same things all over again. See, it's really strange. It's really strange. So, where am I going with all of this? making less difficulties, making unique to difficulty setting that you have selected, enemies that you won't going to have opportunities to see on previous difficulties. That would be a good thing. Additionally, make unique stages. And no, by unique stages I do not mean stuff in another bunch of missions that are format of freaking gauntlet again and again, because that's one of the most cheapest way to create content that I have ever seen, and I do not like the idea like, yeah, it's a game about healing enemies. Yeah, might as well make every mission in your game gauntlet of enemies or bosses. Yes, that would be an exciting, I don't know, variety. Like, I mean, if you want to be action RPG so badly, take a look at the, I don't know, Path of Exile and see what's different there when it comes to variety and here. And it's not about, oh, we both have plenty of missions. What's different between their missions, your missions? It's clear as day, like, missions, like, say for example, here's an interesting mission for you, that would not going to be all about just beat a whole bunch of enemies. So remember in DLC number 3 we had the samurai contest mission, right? There was such thing. And it was just retarded gauntlet that lasted for ages. How about instead of making that thing, make a part, like make it a multi-phased mission. A multi-phased mission, or not multi-phase mission, make it multiple missions. Make one of the missions where you and the other participants are, by the way, participants. I haven't seen participants outside of me and those who want to beat the hell out of my character. Where were the other spectators or participants? If you played Witcher 3, for example, there was the series of quests about Knight's tournament that you could take part in. Some of the quests were you riding on a horse, some of the quests were you having to shoot, like target practicing. We have ranged weapons in this game, why not make me and the boys actually trying to see who is the better marksman or something like that? Like, I mean, why not? Or is it also something that is too hard to implement? Why is it so easy for people to make excuses and defend things that are bad, when instead of that they could have made things or give suggestions that would make certain things better than they are right now? It's not only about that game, it's about pretty much all of the game, where you get normal people and then you get the fanboys. Those fanboys who are going to, even if the game sucks, they will going to give you 301 reason why you are wrong and that this game is the best game, and if you don't think so, why do you play it? It's very tiresome to listen to such people. I like to have good arguments and good discussions with people who are not going to be just biased towards something. I like that. And I can't stand when people are just starting to spread nonsense just to defend their games. Even if it's a flaw, even if it's a direct flaw, it's like, who gives a damn? It's not the flaw of the game, it's you that's you so don't you just don't like the game so much that you pick up a flaw and start pointing that, hey, it is a flaw. Or there was another funny thing, like, it doesn't ruin your experience. Why do you even have to speak about it? Like, just play as if it doesn't exist. But like, that's not how constructive criticism works. Constructive criticism is, even if you like the game, you still are potent enough to pinpoint the flaws, speak about them, say that they are a flaw, how to fix the flaw, and your opinion on it. It's like, my brother made a highlight. So in one of the main missions, there was this winged creature who was carrying a crystal in her hand. But here's the thing. For some reason, she acts and looks as though she carries a crystal. Which means you gotta shoot the crystal. You gotta shoot the crystal to put her into a stun state. She carries nothing, although the animation stays the same. So you get close to her. What's the thing that should happen? If, say, for example, that's not the game bug, that's a feature. If that's not the game bug and it's a feature, as soon as you get to her, she has to perform a command grab and starts to attack you. The way as she would normally do when she doesn't have a crystal. What ends up happening is that she's still going to act as though, like, you start to hit her, she acts as though she has freaking crystal in her hands. So she doesn't go into the phase of her pattern behavior when she doesn't have a crystal. This is why this is a game bug. This is not the feature. And stop calling that a feature. If it's a feature, it should act as a feature. It should not act as though it is a game bug. Because it clearly is a game bug. I just can't stand why what you like this game so much that you're going to kiss its ass just because you like it? Say that it's a game bug. So that we can move on. But unfortunately, such kind of people are never going to admit it. We're going to find another excuse to say that, nah, it's not. You are just... You cannot appreciate. Yes. My fault that the game doesn't actually functions in the way it's supposed to. To me, it's logically incomprehensible, although if I would have been a giant hater, and to which I'm really am not, and I'm trying to not to act like one, but if I was that devil in disguise, I would have acted way more aggressive both towards those who try to defend the game and towards the game developers in general. But a lot of people are confusing constructive criticism and blind hatred towards the game. Thinking that it's the same. Like, if you basically harassed my right to appreciate that the game is flawless. That if you have different opinion about it, you are wrong. Not me, because it's my opinion that you are harassing this way, and those who like the game. But wait, what about my opinion? Isn't this all about, like, two-sided thing? There is criticism, and there is constructive criticism, and then there is hatred, and then there is kissing the game's butt. I personally, like, no matter what kind of the game I'm playing, if it has flaws, even if it's the game that I enjoy, I will say there is a flaw. There is a flaw here, and it is okay to say that it's a flaw. Like here. By all logical meanings, that swing that clearly connected with the body of the skeleton should have hit him. It didn't. Why? I don't even want to understand the reason of bad hitboxes that this game has. I guess as the final showdown for today's stream, I'm going to fight against a boss that I really hate. And I hate him for the reason of the fact that I do not have a weapon that will allow me to land a couple of hits that would do decent damage and to run away afterwards. Instead, because I'm using multi-hit weapon, I'll be the one getting punished pretty much all the time. Again, another portion of whether you enjoy the game or not will depend entirely on what kind of weapon do you use. Say for example, like I'm using Kusarigama. Would my experience be different if I was using Split Staff or Hatchets or Switchglaive or Fists or something like that? Yes, it would. It would be drastically different. Hatchets would just suck because it's the worst weapon in the game with the mechanic of just strafe and throw hatchets. Yes, I've seen gameplay with hatchets on higher difficulties when you collect the full build. One is the Shiv build, which is pretty much the same as you would do with single katana. The other one being using ninjutsu and being an idiot who just rolls around, throws ninjutsu stuff, and throws hatchets. And that's all you do. And bosses can't do anything about that. But again, my experience would be different. And that's a bloody fact. Or say I use Split Staff. I can go easy to access, very powerful multi-hit attacks that have quite good range, and they hit hard, and they're also really fast, not like Kusarigama that is pretty slow and has short range if you're using just attacks. So yes, experience do depend on a variety of things. And weapon is one of the most obvious ones. Weapon, type of armor. I wouldn't really recommend light armor to beginner players because starting pretty much from difficulty number 1 and pretty much throughout the entire game, what ends up happening is that, well, you get killed in like one hit. Man, the coughing is annoying. Have to stop pretty much constantly. Okay. thing about light armor, also, for you to understand. No matter what kind of like stance you're using for dodging in light armor and in medium and heavy armor, if you are in high stance, it sucks balls. If you're in mid stance, it sucks balls. If you are in light stance, in light armor, yeah, you do get advantage. But this means that you have to be constantly switching unless you are using something from light stance to attack with. Additionally, so the stats that you are pretty much seeing here, does this mean that those stats are unique to weapon or light armor, or like... Does this mean that if I'm using light armor, I get some kind of stat that I cannot get otherwise? Does it? No, it doesn't. It means all of the things that I can get on light armor, I can get on any type of armor. Especially with star effects, excluding some of the quote-unquote unique stuff, like for example Hayabusa said, it had like extended dodge and vulnerability. Now this stat is everywhere. It has unique effects for like True Dragon Sword had different effect. Now, like in Nioh 1 it was unique, in Nioh 2 it's just generic, regenerate more ki and stuff like that if you're using Hayabusa's sword or fists. Again, what is unique about light armor outside of the fact that if you're having light armor compared to heavy armor, you get blown up with like one hit and you cannot block successfully? Nimble, I'm pretty sure that medium and heavy armor users on higher difficulties and give a freaking damn about this nimbleness, because behind nimbleness covers one little freaking annoying thing, is that make one mistake, get freaking destroyed, get killed with one attack. Like, bosses sneezes and immediately you die. That's the trade-off for your nimbleness. I didn't like that in Nioh 1. In Nioh 2 it sucks, and I'm pretty sure that if they were going to continue with this trend of it's for dodging, but we have 3 stance, and you know that dodging in high stance is actually bad in any armor. So whatever you want to pick, it doesn't really matter. Unless you're using light stance, your dodge will going to always suck balls. Yes. Fucking make my day. Seriously. It's as generic and hilarious as it can actually get. By the way, just to show you that I actually don't give a damn about this boss, and I mean by how to defeat him, I actually will going to kill him without using ninjutsu. I mean offensive ninjutsu. I'm just gonna kill him using what Kusarigama is known for, being a cheeser weapon. That shouldn't have missed. I'm still not seeing any new attacks from this guy. And I'm gonna take my sweet time to actually see if he has anything new on this difficulty. He's a little bit faster. And he actually dies even faster because I have better gear. But anyway, I'm using the same run like a baboon tactic to defeat him. Does the game somehow punish me for doing this to him? I don't see. See, like, yes, hitboxes are not broken. 2 centimeters below the target. If you stand 2 centimeters, like, you're not standing dead center with the target, guess what? It doesn't connect. Why? Guess why? Because this game is flawless. Absolutely nothing about it is broken. And if I have something bad to say about it, I am the one who is wrong. Oh, yes. No point to block this, because if you do, you take tremendous amounts of damage. Yes, rebuff yourself. Ah, yes. Also remember that the price of one mistake is basically, as you've seen there. Like, I was in the recovery animation. What's the punish for being in recovery animation? He kills me with one hit. That's gear 180 plus 36, 38 minimum. But don't worry, it gets worse. It gets worse. how worse can it get? Well, apply Stone of Penance and you'll see for yourself. For bare bones changes in gameplay and bare minimum amount of rewards, what you get instead is stat dumb boss battles that can kill you with like one attack. Literally just whatever he casts is going to kill you. But I mean, it's fun. Definitely shows skill. Or the proficiency in being a giant troll on the internet. Bare minimum changes. Bare freaking minimum. As I did this on difficulty number 1, as I'm doing this on difficulty number 5. Yes. Keep lying to yourself saying that you actually have reasons to play on higher difficulties for the gameplay, because you know you play here for gameplay. That has bare minimum changes between difficulties, but you play for gameplay. I really believe in that. That cool story number, I don't even want to know. Yay! I also participated in dick measurement contest, didn't I? To defeat the boss on Dream of the Nioh, not using offensive ninjutsu or offensive magic. Yes. I guess I won something. Whatever I won, I do not know, like... Because, yes, there are people who like to say, you should, like... To get the absolute fun from this game, from the battles against those hyper armor bosses who can one-shot you and stuff, like, crank up that Stone of Penance +9. Don't use ninjutsu and magic. Go, go, go! Like, take your balls and, like, chop them off, and while screaming with agony, just fight against the boss. Yes! Yes, I did it! I won against the boss, yes! Now I can go and tell others who do the exact same thing. Yes! This is how we play the game. The true master of hardcore. Yes! It's not because the game actually, like, challenges you with new mechanics and stuff like this as the difficulty increases, but no. You shouldn't use this, don't use that, like, yeah, how about, like, playing naked and beating everyone with bare fists? Like, I'm gonna box him for, like, half an hour, also trying to avoid every attack that can one-shot me, and, like, yay! This is how I play, yeah, boy. Oh my god, this is so bad. dude, like, and to even think that all you get for Stone of Penance is an increase in HP and attack of the enemies. Oh my god, like, wow. Quite honestly, like, in Nioh 1, here's the thing. I wasn't interested in seeing what's this big idea of going into those difficulties because everyone was saying, like, you haven't sniffed the game, you haven't played the real game until you get to Way of the Nioh, like the Dream of the Nioh. Yeah. I haven't played. Here I am playing what? Tell me, just tell me what, like, the fact that your build creation only starts here because you're being time-gated by game, not giving you options, better options on previous difficulties. The fact that you literally have to skip from 1st to 5th difficulty because you have nothing better to do on those, like, New Game Plus, New Game Plus 2, New Game Plus 3. Like, you don't have to play them. But why are they here? Why is this content here? What's the point? This is complete nonsense, and people who are trying to defend this, like, what the hell are you defending? Crank up that Stone of Penance and get your extra level up. While also being one-shotted by every single attack. Because, you know, like, it's challenge. It's not that you didn't know that it was a new attack. It was the same attack as would have hit you on difficulty number 1. It just hit you on difficulty number 5. And because stat stick was so hard, like it reached the moon, it just slammed you and killed you instantly. That's what you want to tell me, like, this is your measurement, like your skill, your inner skill that you are trying to showcase, right? Okay, enough of this. I've talked too much today, despite being sick, because, boy, I'm playing this game, and I would have took like 80% of content that there is in the game, and I would have just throw it away, like throw it in the window. Because who cares? Like, who cares? Put several missions that people will going to, like, mindless rats, repeat, rinse and repeat, because yes, I need star effects, yes, I need graces, yes, that's all random, I cannot get it for free, yeah, I cannot choose what I want. Put those missions, put a couple gauntlet missions, put the missions where you cannot enter unless you will going to, like, by the way, I'm giving them idea, like, for the missions, challenging missions. Complete the mission, we give you this set of, like, stats, skills, and items. Do it. Who cares? Who cares? I cannot wait for their next game that they want to create, like, with gameplay of Nioh, but in Final Fantasy world, like, oh my god, like, another franchise is going to be tormented because they will go into, like, they cannot write story, they cannot write characters, they will try to shove in some Japanese RPG elements into it, and they will going to ruin that franchise as well. Like, fuck no, like, I'm not even, like, if it's going to be like this, fuck no. This is the pinnacle of retardation, seriously. Say all you want, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Still, play it. If you haven't played, play it. Like, you gotta know what kind of games are waiting here for you. Yeah, you gotta know. You gotta know what modern gaming development and trends are. Anyway, hopefully next week when I will going to come back, I will going to cool down, because yeah, being sick and playing this sickening game is like a double overdose of sadness. But I mean, has to be sad. Like, has to be sad. Like, I won't going to. Even now, like as a hint, 5 is my score for this game. Like 5. It's not complete shit, but it's not anything above like average standard. To me, like, and to all those liars who were like, you haven't seen the game yet, go to Nioh. Like, man, I'm almost 200 hours into this game. Like, how much more do I need to play to get in the game? And yes, I'm starting to get in the game. I see like my damage increases. The gameplay is freaking the same. I was doing the same stuff on level like 50, level 100, level 500. It doesn't matter, because gameplay wise the game is still the same. The game is still the same. It doesn't throw new challenges. In side quests they did nothing. They haven't put new enemies, they haven't put new stakes, they haven't attached new missions, they haven't done anything. Like, excuse me, but if you like it and it's your cup of tea, then I'm sorry, but I will still going to harass this game, seriously. Because it's just how it is, like, for the right reason I harass this game, because I see how bad certain elements are. And it just... it explodes. In the end, it explodes. I don't know, like, why people are so, like, this is my favorite. If it is, you do your thing. Anyway, as infuriating as it was, thank you for watching, thank you for being here today. Whew. If you missed what happened, and you missed a lot, you can rewatch all of those boss fights, see for yourself, like, I don't know. And if you're following like the previous parts, I can see them and see this and tell me what's the difference, because I, as a person who is playing it, I'm not improving, and I don't even need to. Like, I do the same stuff that I do, the same stuff that got me killed back then, the same stuff kills me now, but counting how many times I die and counting how easy it is to get through challenges, like, maybe I'm not seeing something, maybe I'm improving, maybe I'm Superman who it's like super reflections, but less difficulties means that the game has to provide challenge. There is no challenge, there is only statistics. That's it. Like, challenging is different. Challenging is when you do not know what awaits you. I know what awaits me. Make a mistake, die from one shot. Press dodge at the wrong time, die from one shot. And that's like me explaining to you basically what Stone of Penance is. Drawn out battle, every mistake, dead, like, might as well play with 1 HP, start from the first, like, difficulty, and do some kind of challenge, like, no death run, like, everything you touch kills you. You know, like, there were some games that actually had this. Anyway, if you want to know how to support this channel, you can easily do this by watching some of our videos, some of our highlights that my brother is doing, watching raw walkthroughs, sharing the word, bringing new people, as well as participate in the stream. Like, Whether or not you like the fact that I'm going to negatively say stuff about the game, whether you like this sort of format, I greet you all. Like, for those of you who will be baffled by all of this, like, why is he raging so much? Okay, here is the thing. Like, if you want to have a good discussion about it, come on the next stream, and we'll discuss. We'll make, while I'm going to just pulverize this game in, I would say, like, easy fashion, pretty much easy fashion. We will discuss. We'll discuss your point of view, my point of view, and so on and so forth. Like, I have stuff to say, like, don't get me wrong. You'll be pleasantly surprised. But anyway, thank you for being here today. And we will be seeing each other next time. Tomorrow my brother is going to continue his walkthrough. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be able to entertain you more than I could today, but yes, like, the overall state of health that I have right now, and the fact that I'm thoroughly frustrated with the game is bringing me to the Salt Explosion number 2. Yeah. But anyway, have a nice time, have a nice weekend, and enjoy the games that you are playing, for whatever reason that you are enjoying them. And we'll be seeing with each other next time on the next stream. Thanks for being here today, guys. We'll see each other next time.